Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR 08 for the PlayStation 3. And in this episode of our season as Kasey Kahne, driver of the number 9 Dodge Dealers Dodge, we're going to Talladega for the Aaron's 499, our second super speedway race of the season. Last episode we finished 24th at Phoenix after running 10th almost the entire race. But they just kept on running me over and wrecking me until I got sent to the tail of the field with 2 laps to go. And then Texas, well, we weren't that fortunate either. I had the potential to run even better than Phoenix, and then we got stuck a lap down because nothing I do matters in this game. It doesn't matter how I drive or how I perform or whatever. The game just be stupid, and then whatever happens, happens. Anyhow, we're doing good in the standings. We're up to 5th, and we're 239 points behind the leader, Kyle Busch, who is often the guy who always manages to find himself a good finish. Who won the last race? I think it was Greg Biffle, and he just got past us in the standings. Yeah, he won Phoenix. For some reason, I have a hard time actually talking while there is good music playing in the background, and that's just the soundtrack. But Jeff Gordon is on the pole next to Brian Vickers. Ryan Newman is 3rd, Denny Hamlin 4th. David Strimmy with another good start. Kyle Busch, your points leader, starting 6th. Robbie Gordon, 7th. Our Daytona 500 winner is starting 8th. And you got Kevin Harvick and Jimmy Johnson rounding out the top 10. I see Clint Boyer starting 12th or whatever. So, yeah, all of our drivers that are up there in the standings, starting up front. But with being a super speedway, there's not usually that much trading of positions with the AI as there are other tracks. They kind of just all stick together in lines, and you try to break up their lines to find your way in, carry the momentum. Car is not exactly holding its line here. It's going all over the place. I'm going to get behind the outside line because that one is closest to me. Turn off the stupid mirror. I don't need the mirror. Okay, I'm going to get behind the other line because that one's driving away from me. Are they all going to like stack up or some shit so that I can actually be a part of this race? Or am I just not going to be a part of the race? Why is the frame rate so insanely low? I feel like the game is just lagging as much as it possibly can. I don't feel like I'm a part of this race. Like, this was a throwaway lap, and then so is every lap after it. I mean, nothing I do matters in this game, man. I swear to God.
Car leaving the track ahead. Come on, buddy. Let's
Even more cars heading down pit road on lap 10. And I'm still 20 seconds behind the leader.
Is the car driving better for you now?
24. Well, there's my fuel light. Entire lap and a half after pit stop started. So, if I'm pitting every 11 laps, my last pit stop would be on that 44 if everything goes green. I'm not expecting everything to go green, though. You know, this game. Just taking pit stops is difficult for EA Sports program AI to do. So, going down pit road on lap 11. I'm going to try to not speed in. I managed to catch the tail of the field. They're so awful at this shit.
Look out for a slow car down low.
Oh my god. That was speedy. But I do not care. The game is not treating me fairly, so I'm not treating the game fairly. This is my last race of this session. We're just going to go through Mike Wallace. There's the caution. So now we have to pit under the caution. Is that Dave Strimmy? David Strimmy was leading the race at one point, and he's trying to blow over. He's trying. He just couldn't do it. Jeff Gordon just got wrecked under caution. Now he is wrecking the entire field. No, don't drag me into that, you fuckerhead. Finally, Kasey Kahne gets to take his pit stop. It only took 3 minutes to get to our pit stop. Even though it was only half a mile away. My car's in perfect condition, or it was. I don't know if it is after all that nonsense. What position am I in? Joe Nemechek is 14th. Yeah, that graphic's not telling us anything. You can't just tell us what position I'm in or what position the leaders are in. It just says random shit. I'm second. I'm not second. You're full of shit. I need to pass some cars. And you pass a good number of cars. That way I have some draft. It says I'm 36th. Okay, I'm 36th then.
There you go. If you work together, we can win this thing.
Okay, I am going to pull in line right here. I'm going to draft that guy. And I need my mirror now. I'm trying to draft him. My car ain't good at that. I mean, that's all my car needs to be good at in this game, but it's not. They don't have a checkup in turn 3 like they did at Daytona, so I can use the draft that way. Please, can you throw me a bone game? I mean, they kind of checked up into turn 3. Sterling Marlin's not going to push me. He's just going to drive around me. But I guess at least I've got some guys to draft with. You know, get out of the way, Hamlin. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're making runs happen. Now we're doing things. On lap 15. Hey, they actually used this bottom lane at Talladega in the game. Ooh, isn't that nice? They can't do that in the PS2 games. They act like it's the apron. Okay, I can't draft with these guys if they're not actually trying to draft. They're all just sitting all clumped together. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to get down. I'm going to sit behind my teammate. I'm 31st! But Ryan Newman is leading. Ryan Newman's had a rough race at Phoenix, and then I think Clint Boyer was the one that finished last at Texas. I might have that wrong. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to pass Elliott Sadler. Slide in front of him, and we're 30th. I would draft with them, but that's not a thing in this game. If you catch somebody and you don't pass them, then you just drive slow. You got a crash. That guy, people are taking pit stops, and that guy is being crazy. I guess we might have to take green flag pit stops in a few laps, but I feel like it hasn't been that long just yet. Okay, cars pulling off pit road are getting on the track, and they're going slow, so that's going to check up everyone behind me and try to clear Kasey Mears going into turn 3. I barely do. Anyway, I'm 13th, and there's quite a few cars probably trapped a lap down now. My red light hasn't gone for the field just yet. We're going to pass all these guys. I'm not sure if how many of these rookie positions I get to keep if there's a caution come out, because I have to pit under that caution anyways and give them all up. I don't know what I would get to keep. If it's long enough after pit stops, we gain an advantage from it in the first place, because then everyone would have to pit because they're short on fuel. But I'm trying to keep blocking whoever it is that's behind me, because then I can block their entire line, and then I get to keep those positions. Sterling, they be doing that. There's hardly anyone behind me. There was a lot of cars behind me at one point. Now there's hardly anyone. I'm second to Juan Pablo Montoya. I'm guessing he hasn't pit just yet, but he's by himself. It looks like he's ran himself out of fuel because he's not going. My crew chief just said my gas tank's almost dry. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to get a bonus point for leading a lap. But I'm expecting my red light to go on like this lap, and then I'll pit at the end of it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, well, the speed limit's like 55 or whatever, so I was going 70. It was 70 in all the other games. No, get 4 tires. Don't need right side tires. I mean, I don't know if just taking right side tires would be smart or not. Some games, they destroy all your tires no matter what track you're going to. In other games, you actually don't use the tires at all at super speedways. Not really. This is also new pavement, so it might make sense here. So now we're actually getting a green flag pit stop. No caution pit stop. Unless, of course, the car just vanishes into thin air, which is what they do when a caution happens while you're taking a pit stop.
Everyone clear. Let's go.
So I'm probably going to come off pit road. I'm going to be like 20-somethingth.
No problem, buddy.
All those cars coming up behind me.
Lost the spot. This is where you gotta go. Let's push
Oh,
it.
there's so many cars and nowhere to pull up in front of them. I'm loose down here. Okay, I'm going to pull onto the track,
So come back to us. Don't worry about it.
and they're going to go on the bottom,
Keep it smooth. Don't worry about him.
and I'm going to pull in behind Jimmy.
Good run on you.
So we're 27th.
They'll back a spot. Focus, buddy.
And those guys, they didn't have to check up for us. I mean, they kind of are anyways.
Down a spot on the pass. Don't worry about it. You'll get it back.
Well, I'm kind of checking up a lot of these guys, and we wound up checking these guys just so we went onto the bottom because I didn't want to drive on the apron, and driving on the apron is not really good in this game at all. I didn't gain much of anything during that cycle of green flag pit stops.
He just knocked you back one.
Supposedly, I pit a lap 2, 3, or 4 later than everyone else, though. We can say that. And we're in this big old pack of cars right here, too. So these guys we could probably hang on to slightly. Scott Riggs is still leading this race. That's amazing. I'm trying to hang with this group right here. My car just sucks really badly at super speedways. And I don't know shit about setups, and the game assumes that I would.
He's hanging tight.
I'm trying to hang on to
We're off
them.
the pace a little. Everything okay?
I go into the corners, and I'm probably so unstable that, like, it doesn't work. The draft doesn't work. Okay. I'm driving smoothly in the bottom lane. The car just is not going. It just can't. It can't do it. It can't do drafting.
Whoa, careful, buddy.
I'm trying really hard. I probably should not be trying really hard.
You got one inside.
Well, I guess that's what you call side drafting, even though it's really just as AI checking up to give me room.
Come on, but let's push the pace just a little bit.
Now Montoya's going down pit road, so I probably should be pitting at the end of lap 36, which would be with 11 to go. We're going to see right here whenever the red light actually comes on. Should be at the start-finish line.
Out there. Let's pick it up just a little bit more.
Yeah, we're leading. We led that lap. I'm leading some laps in this race. I don't know if it's going to be the most laps. We've had quite a few leaders. There's the red light. This is very much
Looking real strong out there.
a boring race from my perspective. This is some kind of strategy race here at Talladega. Okay, so don't spin the damn thing out, but don't speed in. Play fair. Okay, I went 59. That's within the 5 miles per hour grace. I fixed damage. I was expecting to default to NA like usual, but no. What's better, though? A boring race where I actually get a decent result, or a crazy, wacky race full of great strategy and passes and speed on my part, and then finish like shit for no reason? I don't know. I think we've had enough entertaining races.
Making his move.
I'm going to pull onto the track while it's clear. And I'm going to go to the top so I don't get in anybody's way. It says I'm 32nd right now. I lost positions during this green flag pit cycle.
You'll get that one back.
Okay, I'm going to pull behind you so I don't get run over by that guy.
Don't let him get away from you.
And then my teammate Elliott Saller's going to come up behind me. So I'm 36th. I lost 6 positions during that cycle of pit stops. Damn, man. I'm making up these positions, though, as they're taking their pit stops.
Come on, bud. Take your spot. Let her rip.
I think we got 5 to go. That's quite a few laps for cars that pit 3 laps before me. Can I please stay in front of this dude behind me? They're all over the place, and they do not want to work with you. They just want to pass you. That's all they want to do, is just drive right past you. And they are giving me draft. They are keeping me up to speed. I don't know how they do it, but I can tell by the speeds that I reach at other times whenever I actually have those cars behind me. They don't drive to the bottom in the corner. They drive in the middle of the track by default. I'm trying, though. We got a bunch more cars on pit road right now. We're finally moving up positions as this race is coming to a close. 24th, 23rd, 22nd, 21st, 20th, 19th, 18th, 17th. This should be for 16th. Alrighty-o. Now we're talking. Ryan Newman headed on pit road. I see it on the map. Real thing to be concerned about is all these guys that are behind me. If any of them don't have to pit, which I think is unlikely, it's always been Juan Pablo Montoya who just took the lead. Please stop hitting my ass. You can do that after the race whenever I'm in victory lane. Somehow. In victory lane. Please show me the track map, damn it. Now Juan Pablo Montoya is not leading. Now it's Clint Boyer. So I think JPM has got to be the only guy that's actually up front that is on the best strategy, because he might just get right back past Clint Boyer whenever Clint Boyer pits. But from what I've seen, Ryan Newman and Clint Boyer are both running up front. Haven't seen much Kyle Busch. Oh shit, somebody just drove through Kevin Harvick. Yeah, I don't know where Kyle Busch is. Don't know about Mark Martin, our points people, or Greg Biffle, who won Phoenix, who's in front of me in the standings now. Now we're 5th. We're coming to 2 to go soon. You know, for all I know, Tony Raines doesn't have to pit. And our battle for the win is between me and Tony Raines. Get off the apron. I'm trying to block. Are they going to drive the middle, or are they going to drive the bottom? I don't know. Got me bobbing all over the damn place just trying to do this shit. Well, there goes Tony Raines. And some other guy. Jeff Green is our leader now, and he is right ahead of us. This should be for 3rd. Yeah, that's Montoya. This race, this green flag run, has gone on long enough for us to be second to just one guy, and they are all stopping as they pull onto the track. What the fuck? This is going to cause a wreck. Or they're just going to drive right through them. Okay. Holy shit, these guys are just not going. I am trying to go around them, and they are just not going. There's a caution, but it's the last lap of the race. What? So, well, there's the checkered flag. Okay, so the race is over. So am I going to just race back to the line then? I slowed down because you waved the flag and whatever, but I don't know. Okay, I finished 2nd, and Jeff Green didn't pit. I don't know. They're not going to give us a replay for the caution, though. So we got a good finish. We gained hardly anything on Clint Boyer. Scott Riggs finishes 4th. I've really only led 2 laps in this race. I guess that makes sense. We led 1 in the first pit cycle, another 1 in the second pit cycle, and then we didn't lead anything in the final pit cycle where Jeff Green won the race. But most laps led goes to Ryan Newman. And then Scott Riggs, yeah, he led quite a few in there. And we got all these guys led 5 laps, and then this is the kind of stuff that you'd expect from people leading laps at a super speedway, but so much of this was just because of the wonky pit strategy that was in this race. Now we can actually take a good look at this to see where Ryan Newman and Kyle Busch finished. Mark Martin finishes 10th. Oh my goodness. Kyle Busch finished 20th. Okay, yay! An actual big gain for a few guys. What about Greg Biffle? There's Joe Nemechek, finished 24th. That could have gone better. He led 4 laps. And, damn, dude. Greg Biffle finished 32nd, so he didn't finish up front. And Ryan Newman finished 35th. This guy just can't catch a break. And he led the most laps, but then he finished 35th. The only time I really feel it's appropriate to go into the replay to make a thumbnail is whenever there's not really anything else that I can think of as far as caution replays or whatever. And then also if it's something specifically at the beginning or the end of the race that is accessible via the controller without having to fast forward for several minutes to get to a point. But after that Talladega race, we move up to 3rd in the standings. And we're 167 points behind Kyle Busch. So he's still over 100 points in front of everybody. But this margin for second it's really only 3 drivers within range of second. And then like 4 drivers between 3rd and 6th or whatever. Or 3rd and 7th really. So that's nice. They have more stats like top 5s and top 10s. Oh, okay, there we go. We have 4 top 5s and 4 top 10s. So, Kasey Kahne got 8 top 10s in the 2007 season. So we're halfway there on that one. We already passed him up on top 5s because he only got 1 of those in 2007. And he got no wins. So yeah, we're doing way better in the standings. And as the season progresses, we'll get there on the top 10s. And that's all it'll take. Because he finished 19th in the standings in 2007. And we're freaking 3rd right now. So, see you guys next time whenever we go to Richmond for the Your Name Here 400. I forgot about that. That's that, and episode over.